Welcome to NOYCE CONVO, brought to you by Voyce Entertainment. Let's dive right in. Today we are thrilled to have Matthew, aka Playing Mandis, in our studio. We are so excited to have you and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
How
Thank
are
for
you
inviting
doing
me.
today?
Very nice. Slept very less, but yeah, feeling good.
Good to hear. And how was your experience playing at the Voice?
Sound is amazing, and I was getting used to the systems, slowly falling into the groove, and I had a lot of fun.
Amazing. Where are you based out of?
I'm living here since the past 5 years, but I also go to Bangalore, because I have a house there and a studio there.
So you are based out of Goa and Bangalore then?
Kind of more of Goa now.
How many years has it been in Goa now that you've come from Bangalore?
Like 5 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
What do you think about the Goa music scene then?
Goa music scene is very vibrant. When I came here, it was very difficult for me to. No, it's very vibrant. When I came here, I didn't expect anything, but I'm happy that I could get into the scene. So many DJs are here, and people calling me, and I'm very happy about the progress so far.
And how do you think has Goa shaped and changed your music scene as a whole?
Drastically. Like people say, if you're in Goa, you might just get stuck in Goa, but the truth is that I got a lot of exposure with people traveling to Goa, and people notice. I even got gigs in Europe because some people had watched some of my gigs, and then when I wrote to them, when I had a festival, Boom Festival, that time I was writing to all the people whom I connected with, and and I could play in many places in Europe because of that. Same, not just Europe, even in India, people come to Goa, right?
They do.
Everyone.
You just spoke about Boom Festival. How was that and how did it come about? How was your experience?
Yeah, Boom was, I used to do something called ecstatic-dance. It's a very spiritual form of dance, conscious dancing. And that's a very niche segment as well. That doesn't mean when we as a team had applied for Boom, and they also selected me in that. And I'm very happy that it worked out. It was magical. It was life-changing. It taught me a lot of things when I played there, and we enjoyed there. Everything taught me a lot of lessons, life lessons.
So would we seeing you more often in the Boom Festival lineup?
I don't know. This year I have applied as well. Waiting. Maybe in another few days we'll come to know. Last year, I believe around Valentine's Day is when we got the email.
Oh.
So it's around the corner.
Amazing. So now that we know you've gone all over Europe, you've played all over Europe, you've played all over Goa, you're still in your career path. What do you think of the Indian music scene?
Indian music scene, I love very dearly. I have a lot of bands and DJs that I admire. One of them is your friend Loyal. Amazing musicians in India. The talent is there, and slowly it's coming up, right? I also like not just the electronic music, because I used to play in a band, and I can see that the trend was moving towards electronic music, and now I can see the bands coming up. A lot of international bands traveling to India, many festivals, Echoes of Earth, Magnetic Fields, Lollapalooza. So many festivals in India bringing artists, and it's becoming really. I feel that this is the wave, that we had been waiting for.
So now that the wave is coming, will we see more of Mannequin Disorder?
Yes, that is a plan.
Tell me, how did that come to play? Wow. Tell me a little bit about Mannequin Disorder. How did you think about that?
Yeah.
From White Mug to Mannequin Disorder? How did that change happen?
Yeah, so that is a very funny story. White Mug was a rock and roll band. We put out 2 albums. We toured India, but in 8 years of White Mug, we had almost 8 drummers. So something about the drummer was not working for us. They kept changing. Rest of us stuck together, but yeah, it was very difficult. It was getting more and more difficult. So we thought, okay, why not replace them with machines?
Oh, wow.
Let's
With
try.
the new wave of live music coming in, you replace the drummer with the machine.
Drum and bass also we replaced. So it's just me and my brother in
Jamming
Mandis,
together.
so it's easier. So that's how we started. Then we kind of we are into looping, right? The bass lines are looping. And now I've reached a point in which I'm even thinking maybe in a Mannequin Disorder setup, a full band will also be like really cool, because the drummers always bring a lot of changes.
Energy.
So I'm in that stage right now. Yeah, but the sound is also very electronic. What we have, synthesizer bass lines, repetitive bass lines, but it's very interesting to play with it and modulate it on stage. And yeah, the sound is there. So we have to see the future of Mannequin Disorder.
Amazing. I wanted to know for a very long time, why playing Mandis? Why play? Why?
Why?
What got about the name? What was in your head? How did you from Mannequin again? Why Mannequin Disorder? I need to know.
Okay. So see, Mannequin Disorder. Mannequins are supposed to be still, right?
Yes.
So there's some disorder that makes them move. That's the theory of Mannequin Disorder. So you can't stop moving when you listen to Mannequin Disorder.
I like that thought. I like it. That's smart. What about playing Mandis?
Playing Mandis is just like this man playing music.
So you basically took man from Mannequin and
yeah, that's
this.
also. And also it means this man playing music.
Amazing. And what is the difference between playing Mandis, playing for normal audience, and versus Mandis for the niche crowd of the ecstatic dance audience?
Ecstatic dance, yeah. So when I do ecstatic dance, the fundamental difference is that that's a very conscious dance form, and there's music. There's no alcohol. There's no anything. So the focus is only on music, and the journeys, that it's all about journeys. How you create that that kind of vibration for people to let go and dance their traumas out and dance. So it's a very spiritual form of dance. So you're clean. I make myself also. I don't. I try to be clean like for a few days, and not alcohol. Like, so you have to be in a certain frequency to do ecstatic dance. Whereas our club gigs, we get smashed. Yeah.
So you're saying your music is a journey when you're doing an ecstatic dance set.
Correct.
So how do you start that process? Like, how is that journey coming about? How do you put yourself, or how do you think how the people will be perceptive to this music? How do you create that process?
Sure. Interesting question. About journeys, after I played for Boom is when I realized, though it is an ecstatic dance, journeys are required for every DJ set. It's not just for ecstatic dance, but in ecstatic dance, you focus a lot on the journey.
Because you're intentionally setting it there. So that's
Exactly.
the process I'd want to know. What's going through your head when you're making a journey?
Right. So first of all, you think of a theme based on, you keep listening to your songs, you you have some idea of a theme. The basic themes like say darkness to light, and these are some basic themes. But beyond that, what I did for Boom is the color of your nirvana. This is something that how I created. I will explain. What I meant by that is that everybody have their own way of attaining, self nirvana, right? Like satisfaction and that phase, right? So it's very personal how you get there, right? So that was my theme, and how I work towards that is by showcasing songs that represents different form of life. Like it starts like a baby is born, and then it even goes to there's a death happening, and then you go to outer space, and then come back, and then you realize that love is everything, and that's the way for me, love is kindness, and that's what is my nirvana.
So the journey would be from the baby's birth to death to rebirth.
Yeah, so I had a song for a marriage, which had like these the instruments in temples in Tamil Nadu and all.
Yes.
So like you build a story based on that, and in ecstatic dance there's always a peak, and there's a formula for ecstatic dance. So you bring there may be multiple peaks. So when the peak comes down, and then you take it up again. So I thought, okay, why not make the death as one peak, and you fall. And like this, you think a lot. You play with your songs, make a journey.
You said that every journey that you make has a theme.
Not every journey. That's really impossible because I play like every week.
Okay, where intentional sets have a journey.
Correct.
That journey has certain themes that you adhere to.
Right. Even today,
even today,
in the 1 hour, I tried to do some journey, and a message, also is there about freedom and about some kind of like these funk artists are like really into the revolution, and so there are some songs very, very peculiar. So I went a little happy, housey, then I brought it to that seriousness in between, and I have done some crazy things towards the end as well.
So today's theme was?
Today I was more into a sonic, and also a theme based on the sound, and also, as I told you, there's about freedom.
Amazing. Now my question is, since you said there was a theme, I want to know, have you ever had a funny theme?
Funny theme.
Like where you might be playing a journey and people have laughed out loud or just lost it. Have you had a funny theme?
I'm thinking, funny theme.
Other than your personality, which is very vibrant, yes.
But I can see people, where they really become ecstatic. Even in the club gigs, I use a little bit of that formula, and but funny, it's all funny, house
where
music.
You see,
and
do you know when when you're going to play this track, everybody's going to just burst out smiling or come into this zone where like, what just happened,
Yeah, that happens. That's not like in a funny way, but people
you know what I
been
mean,
surprised.
like an ecstatic, like a surprise, or like, oh my God, did that just happen?
Yeah, sometimes I bring some what is that, John? I forgot. Swing music, the very old school swing with no beats, nothing. Suddenly something comes, and then you push the beat up. It's all on the fly. A lot of the things that I do are on the fly because in Goa, when you play, I play every week. So
I'm sure you can't have a curated set.
I'm not planning my sets like that, but I try to create something interesting every gig. Sometimes I play Beatles in between.
Oh,
you should listen to
I will.
Towards the end of the set, I've done something, in that concept.
Amazing. So I have seen you playing as Mannequin Disorder. I've seen you playing Mantis. When you come up as Mannequin Disorder, you have a lot of charisma and stage presence, and you're doing a lot of things, right? How do you get that presence when you're behind a DJ set? I mean, behind a DJ booth.
Yeah. So both are very technical in nature. Mannequin Disorder, if you observed freedom and like I am doing, like vibrant and all, but I feel I am doing too many things in Mannequin Disorder that.
But you've also showcasing your character, you know what I mean? Your vibrancy that actually shows off.
Yeah,
your personality comes through during Mannequin Disorder.
Yeah.
But how do you convert that in your DJ sets?
Yeah, I have a different personality when I DJ. Singing is something else, right? When singing is my passion. I love to do that in Mannequin Disorder. But when I DJ, I sometimes I focus on the technical things, lot on mixing, focusing. But sometimes I just let it go and have fun, like take risks. And so I bring my DJing is, you're always in that area, right? So I don't know if I answered that question properly, but there is a difference in
personalities. For sure. It's very visible, for sure. But your music does speak loud. So that's perfect. How did you start playing? How did you get into music?
That I got into music very late, and I'm sad about it.
What do you mean when you got into music late? How old were you when you got into music?
I think I should be 25 or something.
There is hope for people who want to start late.
Yeah, there is. I mean, there are many artists who have.
I know, but a lot of people go through self-doubt or I'm already too old for this. Will I be successful by the time, I start and I get somewhere, music industry? You know what I mean?
Dire Straits started at 32 or something.
So what do you have an advice for people like that who are starting it late?
See, my advice, okay, I have two advices, okay? If you are a prodigy, if you have that, just leave everything and do music.
But what if
only music? If you feel doubt, then I had a job. I was trying to do both together, and I really enjoyed my job. It was super nice. But then at some point I had to make a decision because I was not getting enough time for music. Then I left my job about 6-7 years back, 8 years back or something like that. So what I would advise is, until a point you can, suppose you have a job, until a point you can carry that forward, work hard and, do both, and then see how it goes, This is my advice. But if you're a prodigy, don't do anything else. Just go for it.
When you left your job and you decided, now this is what I want to do, music is what I want to do, did you face challenges financially, from home, in your relationships? How did you get through all of that?
Yeah, financially, of course, I was getting paid a lot of money in my corporate job, but again, when you live a life just doing music, you wake up when you want. I started cooking. I started enjoying life more. So you get a lot of freedom, personal time, and that also buds your emotions and to write and make music.
But that also can work in a negative way.
Yeah, it has worked.
So how do you deal and cope with that?
I am planning to deal with it. I don't know how.
What is the negative behind it?
Negative behind is the vices, Yeah, like you get carried away, When I came to Goa, 2 years, I was in a spiritual community, learning tantra and this and that, and you can get defocused, and life is so good that you forget music sometimes.
So how do you get your focus back on music and decide and find discipline in the way of life to be like, this is what I want to do, so I'm going to put my time and effort here? How do you do that?
See, honestly, this part, your friends, your family, and the people who care about you, will definitely help you be on track. This is my personal view. Experience. But for others, see, you always look to what you have achieved in the past, what you can. That passion and that motivation is the only way, only reason that you find discipline in your life. But sometimes you can go off track and come back. Like I am trying my best right now.
Now, in your music, you play funk a lot,
Yeah.
right? So, who are the people that shaped your music while you were growing up?
Number one is Rolling Stones. I got severely inspired by Mick Jagger's way of writing. So that style I adapted. I was very, very influenced. That's the about my lyrics, and also the way it's very funky as well. Rolling Stones, though it's rock and roll. And I'm very old school that way. All the influences had been old school. Even Mannequin Disorder has a very old school touch, though it's very electronic and synthesizers and beats. Yeah, but still, it's very old school. I mean, I like Beatles. I like Rolling Stones. I like. There are some new age bands also that I like Foles. And then about DJs, I like Hot Mood. Very interesting way of composing.
Who's your number one right now? If people who are listening to this podcast want to listen to somebody and want to really enjoy an artist selection as per se, what would be your first one, the number one pick?
Number one pick.
As of today.
Because I'm doing a lot of funk and disco, I like Hot Mood. The artist is very it's a little closed sound. It's a very special sound. It's not very open, not very high-ish, but I like the lower frequencies when it's more, and it's got a very funky vibe and very, very nice songs.
I will check it out. In your how do you say your sound is hypnotically groovy with a human touch? Is very intriguing. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, so the human touch is what is most important, right? There should be soul in electronic music. That's what I believe, and I choose songs. Most of the songs that I select are very very much with the human touch. I like techno. I wouldn't say that does not have a human touch. There is lots, but yeah, you know what I mean. The emotions are there in the songs that I choose.
So when you make music with emotions, as in your main focus is on emotions,
Yes.
or do you have a structure when you enter the studio? Do you have a process that this I'm going to sit down and make music? This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, or you go with the flow?
There are different ways of making music. Sorry. So most of the songs that I have composed are based on emotions. You have an emotion, then you also have a lot of beats and things on your laptop, and then you work it together and see. You just try to. First, I write, because all the songs of Mannequin Disorder has lyrics in it.
Correct.
So first I write, then I see a beat and I try to sing on it. Okay, yeah, this is coming good. Then the tune gets shaped.
Amazing. Like 2 questions. Beats. Number 1 is that is there a certain type of beat that you always go to? Like there's a peculiar sound that you always go to, and that is your sound, basically. If any track you make, that sound is definitely going to be there.
Yeah, I like in Mannequin Disorder, we use something on a minor scale. Even if it's a major song, there's a particular synth that we use that gives a very ambient vibe under, and it goes like, I try to layer that in almost all the songs. and which also shapes the sound for the band.
Question number 2, emotion. When you got your acceptance to Boom Festival and all the other festivals that you've played at, how did you feel? I'm sure it's a major feed. You come all of a sudden, you open your email and be like, you're playing at Boom Festival, this.
Yeah.
How does it What was the first thought?
Body experience.
What was the first thought that came into your head? Like, oh my God.
I'm going to Boom.
So how did you find the experience playing for them? It was great.
Yeah, we already spoke a little about it. I told you I learned something about DJing right while I'm playing, and I learned a lot about life there. So these interdependencies with people, and how when you are alone, how even in a festival, sometimes there are 40,000 people, right? So you get lost and you can't find anybody. There's no network, and how you navigate through life. So life is like that, right? Sometimes you have people, sometimes you don't have. Life lessons, a lot of life lessons also from there.
Amazing. You have been in the music industry for almost a decade now.
Yeah.
How do you think the music industry has changed from when you started? Or has it changed?
This is a very tricky question. For me, I don't see much change.
What do you think should be the change now moving forward? What do you think?
No, there is a change. There is a change because, as I told you, there is a wave. I felt a wave of more people in India are listening to underground music.
Yes.
But I wish that is more drastic than what it is right now, is what I meant when I said that there's not much change. I wish there is more and more people listening and supporting artists who are making independent music, and that is there now. It's not just for like Dual Inquiry, Peter Cat, F16s, like the Parvas, amazing. Like, so I mean, more bands, more crowd. That's what I look forward to.
The next question is that now you're based in Goa. You hail from Bangalore?
I'm from Kerala. I lived in Bangalore while I was working. Then I moved to Goa.
Okay, so you hail from Kerala.
Yes.
Working in Bangalore.
Yeah.
And now in Goa.
Now in Goa.
What is the cultural aspect of all of these states that you still have with you in your music?
Cultural aspect.
Do you have these states shaped the way you look at music? Is there a difference in the music industry of these states?
Yes, I'm sure, but I'm not able to put a finger on how Kerala has inspired me in my music, because I was not doing music when I was in Kerala. I was not, but I had the right neighbors who fed me music, Western music right from my childhood. So it has helped me because because of the community in Kerala. Culturally, Kerala, it made me an open person. My childhood that has shaped my music, and my parents were also very nice to me in letting me do whatever I want, even in my childhood. If they always encouraged.
If a person is starting in the music industry right now, what would your advice be? Like, they're just starting to get into music, they're just learning. What would your advice be? How would they break it into the music industry?
See, first it is to be with the instrument as much as you can. As much as you can is not, you don't have to force it. If you really love music, you will be always with your instrument. That's the beginning stage. And then you know that I can do it, right? So spend as much time as you can. That's my advice on your whatever instrument or singing or whatever you want to pursue. That's the first step.
What's the one thing you'll be taking away from the session today?
Today, in a dark environment, try to avoid wearing glasses.
Why? Because you couldn't see the mixer. To wrap it up, if you had to describe Voice Studios in 3 words, what would it be? You can say 10 words, but 3 minimum.
Friendly. Now I need to find the word for all those synthesizers, right? the grandmother synthesizer. So, what can I call it? Yeah. And maybe let's call it the grandmother.
Okay. One more word.
One more word. And one more word.
Future.
Future, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's very, wow, it's very obvious.
So would you do more listening sessions like this in the future?
I would also come here and record.
Amazing.
Yeah, I would recommend people also because it's...
You heard it here first. Voice Studios. Amazing. So thank you for letting us have you. This was a fun interview.
Thank you for not asking very difficult questions.
We like to keep it light and fun. Thank you so much. You've been listening to Noise Convo, brought to you by Voice Entertainment. I'm Neha Menon. Big thanks to our guests for sharing their journey and to you for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and always keep it noise.